Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, today with a very unique, very special deck that has extremely special place in my heart. What is this place? It's an abomination, it's crime against nature, and it's wrong on so many levels. It feels wrong, it plays wrong, you are basically a villain from Batman movie when you play this deck. And yet, this deck is incredibly powerful. It's basically a mono white that was crossed with our favorite colors of control, Esper. And resulting Abomination is basically the deck that plays as a mono white for first 3 turns or 2 turns, but it gets better and you get some control parts when enemy wants to sweep you. So basically you cannot get swept, which was the only answer to mono white in a way. So yeah, it's basically for all you StarCraft fans, if you know the lore. It's basically Protoss combined with Zerg, and you have this holy, unholy tentacle Archon Tyrael thing floating around the map, and that's basically how I imagine this deck. It's really strong. Like, you can see the stats. We have 100% win rate, and you can choose between 100% win rate on the play or 100% win rate on the draw. And it wasn't like cherry picked. I just played 4 games in my life with this deck, and I won all of them, and it felt strong. I can tell you, if you want to ladder, probably this is the deck to just, smork your way to Mythic in record time. It's an incredibly strong deck. So basically, that's what you can expect. If you set morality aside and all your control mage's feelings, and embrace being the villain, that's your deck. That's how you do it. So, jokes aside, let's go into the deck list and let's see what exactly makes it so special. Okay, and we are at the heart of darkness, the deck list for this Abomination. I'm not sure if I mentioned Abomination before. So basically, I separated the deck list. You can clearly see the old part, right? I believe you know those cards. I think I've seen them before somewhere. And this is the new part. So basically it's not a huge difference, but the way how it changes the whole gameplay is huge. And you probably obviously know why. Like, Obscura Interceptor, that's the main point. Usually you lose as mono white because enemy is playing a sweeper. If you have Thalia, it's usually 4 mana. So with this deck, if you start it, you can bounce the Doomscar, for example, that has been foretold. I'm not even talking about like Mid-Hooks or Blood on the Snow or Farewell, because you have so much time to bounce them that you probably win before. But even at the most efficient sweeper, you can still bounce it. And usually, if you play this matchup, you know that basically you cast Doomscar at the last turn when you are alive. And if anything goes wrong, you are completely dead. And I don't mean by 2 HP. Usually you are just minus 15 or something like this. And this is what this guy does. What worse, even if you try to keep up with the board against, like if you are playing against deck that isn't full control, the bounce is still very relevant because you also get a 4/2 attacker with flash and lifelink, and you can combine it with Adeline. You can combine it with Raffine, you can combine it with Aspirant and Initiate, or even Wandering Emperor. So basically the synergies of every additional creature is huge, and if you bounce a 3-drop, like enemy is doing what? 1 drop on turn 4? It's not enough to stop you. So this is like a crazy powerful combination. What more? Raffine, a small addition, but the fact how it changes the game is insane. So far, what methods you had to increase toughness for the creatures? You can pay 2 mana for 1 toughness on adversary, which is pretty horrible because when it dies, they revert anyway. So basically you had only Aspirant, right? And Aspirant is 1 counter a turn. This freaking guy can make you +4/+4 or +5/+5, especially with Adeline and things like this. Like, you can make so big toughness on one of the creatures that Mid-Hook will never ever hit it. What more? you can combine it with lands like Cave of the Frost Dragon. So even after the sweeper, Raffine survives, Cave survives, and you can still attack with both and get +2/+2 on top of the previous +X/+X. So in reality, you are so resistant to sweepers and you have so much momentum. This guy also has flying. It is relevant because so far your biggest flyer was Elite Spellbinder and it's just 3 attack, and this guy can be like 5 or 6 very often during the games. So it also helps with Obnixius and things like this. You can kill the Planewalkers much easier, and you can fly above blockers much easier. You can also block Angels, because if you have a 5/8 creature, Angels are not getting through it. So like the deck is incredibly powerful, and I guess 100% win rate confirms it, and it didn't feel like an accident. Like, this deck just is tier 1. Oh man, I feel wrong making this video. I'm seeing my beloved cards on the right and my hated cards on the left, and this what joins them together to the nightmare. So, I hope you enjoyed this, and let's go into the games, because I think they were really fun. And like, completely jokes aside, this deck is way more interesting than Mono White. Like, you have more decisions, it plays a bit like a control deck. With Raffine you have a lot of decisions, you can draw a lot of cards, you need to know when to discard to buff something and when to filter the lands. So in reality, this deck is actually a bit fun, which is horrible, and I don't want to have fun with it, but I had. So, thank you for watching, and let's go into this nightmare mode of the games that we had and see how to make Obnixius Rage Quit with this deck, I guess. And if you like this kind of deck, or maybe if you like real control decks, don't forget to subscribe, and from time to time we maybe do such Abomination again. I hope not, maybe we do. Good, we are going first with our great and balanced deck. The only issue is not enough white mana, I guess. So let's start like this. Who knows? Maybe there's some combination of cards that will make us not want to play Hive on next turn. So we need to definitely start doing stuff. Planes. So let's put the big creature out that grows, because if we get the plane, we won't have chance to cast Adversary, and also Adversary is way better later, while Aspirant is worse later. It seems to be mono white, right? That's definitely not the card I hoped for, but I will take it. Nice. Counters. Enemy has something. It might be Valorous Stance, but he's thinking Fateful Absence? Okay, nice. That's fine. Good for the enemy, but still fine. We have our ways to do stuff. Oh, I see. I see, my friend. I think it's March. Or maybe Double Emperor. Like, I guess we could force him to have everything at 6 mana. You know what? It sounds good. And if he exiles something, it means he has 1 key card less. Like, it's either Emperor or the Farewell. Those aren't exactly cards that you want to get rid of. No second mana. One of the issues with going Esper, I guess. So we are definitely going Spellbinder. Attack. Do you want to get hit for 3, my friend? He will go for Eiganjo, I guess, but... Oh! Interesting. So, what will you say for another Spellbinder? Did he draw something here that he wants to play? I don't know what exactly are we playing against. It seems to be white control. He's hacking us. Mr. Robot is hacking us. He can use March on the treasure, but to be honest, I don't think it's worth it. Not really. The fact that we didn't draw second white is extremely wrong for us. Like, that is an issue. And I guess let's do it like this, so we can start cracking those crews. So basically right now lands are close to being card draws, and we need to do it before the farewell so we get the value. Man, like, if Adeline was in the game, I think we would be killing him very quickly. Or he would need to use March, like on few exile cards. A bit late, my friend. A bit late. So how do we do it? I think we go Adeline, and then go Adversary, and draw a bazillion of cards. So the tokens will grow bigger as well. If we draw another white land, we can even go for +2/+2. So it means like 2, 3, +2, so 5 and 3, so 8 damage to the face. Not bad, not bad. Oh, he didn't want to waste a Eiganjo. Yeah, I should know this. So basically he wanted to make sure that he hits 6 mana. Oh, it would be a shame if he didn't, right? Oh man, such a shame. It would be horrible. It would be so horrible. He can make the Baron, I guess. We want to make creatures first, so we get the tokens. He might draw a removal, kill Thalia and sweep the board, so that's the worst case, but I hope it's not this. We might draw a 1 mana creature, so let's crack the clue and see what we get. Oh, I see. Like, if enemy cannot sweep next turn... Okay, so he takes the token. If he cannot sweep, we might make such big tokens, and also, like, if he sacrifices the Baron, it means they are 4/4. It means that he cannot cast Farewell next turn because he just lost a land, even if he draws one. And Thalia has first strike, so if she will be 4/3, he cannot block her. So he needs to find a removal. If he cannot hit removal, we won. And of course he did. But we have quite a good attack right now. And he's only at 5 mana, so seems good. What exactly are we doing? Like Raffine? I think Raffine is for later, right? Man, like, we can only pay 1 time. That sucks. That really sucks. So I think we do like this. We cannot buff other creatures, so we might as well do it like this. So which one we make stronger? Thalia, I think, so she doesn't die easily. Yeah, there are 6 mana, 7 with Thalia, so he cannot use them. So first we go with Raffine. We buff this. See what we got. I wish I had Adeline. So it's what? 4, 6. I honestly think we play it like this. Thanks to this we have like a refill. Let's say he removes one of the creatures, and he doesn't have mana for the rest, and we buff everything and we kill. We can also do it with Adeline if we draw lands. I think even if he sweeps, we have chance to refill with Adeline and Adversary, so let's go for a bit of a longer game. And Raffine is flying creature, and Beholder is also pretty good. Yep, it's a good game. So we activate this, I think, and see what we get from the enemy. Like, this is a really big attack. So we can go first, then connive, and then training at the end. And where do we go with the connive? So he can block one of the creatures. And he cannot really block this one, and this has ward. And we get rid of whatever. Let's be Fateful Absence. I think I've said good game. I will say, anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. Seems pretty good. 5-8. And now we train. So let's see what he got. 1 block. Oh, that will be overkill. So Thalia and double Spellbinder on top of the Raffine that really ramps up the damage. That was yak for them, and I guess good for us. Man, I think we won all the games with this deck. That's pretty nice. We don't have great 2-drop, and we are on the draw, so the game might not be easy. Like with this deck you are more snowbally than usual, so you definitely want to start, especially because of the Interceptor. So you can play it against enemy 4-drop and not the 5-drop, because the 4-drops are usually already very good. We have blue, so this one is white, and let's play. Let's play this nightmare of a deck. Like enemy shambling, I think this will be very hard game. We have Obscura Interceptors, and we really need to play around it. And we need Esper mana as soon as possible. Enemy can even start attacking us. And I still think we don't block. I really think we don't. I think that's the best draw in the deck. Thank you. And this will be Esper mana, right? Man, this deck is harder to play just because you need to, you know, actually think about what we are doing. And it should be Aspirant, I believe. So we can train if we really want to. Yeah, we can put the next counter on Hopeful Initiate and use the Raffine to buff the Aspirant, so everything maybe is above the underdog. We'll see how the enemy plays. He can attack with the Shambling Gust, but oh man. Here we go. Here we go with the amazing new card that adds to the variety of the meta. Probably he should make the 2 Devils, to be honest. Nope. Like, frankly, I don't think it should be super bad for us, right? We need to think about what we are doing, though. And I hate it. I'm playing mono white, why do I have to think? And we need land desperately next turn. So, I'm pretty sure it's Raffine. And then what? Then we put the counter here and use the Raffine. So this will be 4 and this will be 3, 4. It means double block. Like, he can kill one of the creatures. But then we kill the Planewalker and we empty the board, so I think it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. But we need to discard relevant cards. So, we can decide what to do. This is the original, this is the token. So generally we like to kill the token more. Oh man, that's actually hard. Because he has decision how to block. And he can prevent, and he can save the Planewalker. So basically, if we attack both to this guy, it's hard for him to save, unless he suicides everything. If we attack this one, what happens? If we attack one here, like, he's incentivized to save one of them. and then the other gets the damage. I think we'll do it like this. Actually, no. This one here, because this has higher power. They have the same toughness, but power will be different. Aspirant, definitely. Oh, that's a good draw. Sentinel can be very important, so I think this guy. And honestly, I think this guy is a bit too slow. What? That's not how it was supposed to begin. Whenever you attack, at the beginning of combat. Oh, so the counter is first, right? Training. Whenever this creature attacks. Whenever you attack. I thought we will get the triggers. I think it is possible to do it, and I think I messed it up somehow. Usually you should get this screen with the triggers, I believe. And then you just choose what to do. This looks weird. Those blocks that don't seem great. So I assume maybe he has... Like Mid-Hook Massacre, he can cast it for 3, so it's not good. I'm not sure about those blocks. They feel wrong. Unless enemy has some kind of like Heart Sweeper. But for 5 mana? Like maybe he has Doomscar or what? No. No, man. And we have the Sentinel just to get rid of this guy. Because it will be annoying at some point. Okay. Super weird. And now we have the Interceptor, which is freaking amazing. Okay, so how do we do this? You can ensure that Raffine kills something. Right, so... we go with the counter, I believe, here. And the rest goes to Raffine. So we have quite strong board overall. What is the next mid-hook? Actually, I messed up a bit. So enemy can play mid-hook for 4 next turn. This will be 5, but he can kill it with the Devil. And we have 3 cards, so it will be 7 toughness. Okay, so Raffine can survive, I guess. This guy goes here. So we definitely kill the token. Then we attack like this and like this. Man, I'm freaking stupid. We have the Interceptor, so we don't need to worry about this. Yes, this is the trigger I wanted to see. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, first you always want to connive. And let's make Raffine great again. I heard he's good. We could also use Brutal Cathar, but I don't think we need much more power. I think we should go like this. It hurts, I know, but I think it's the right thing to do. 6 toughness seems already pretty good. So right now enemy can save up, but to be perfectly honest, it's not really helping too much. Like, it's healing to life, and without the Devil, his mid-hook is worse, even if he casts it at some point. He has no blockers, and then he doesn't get the life gain. And let's be honest, it doesn't seem like he's on the offensive. Especially with the Interceptor. Like, he might expect Wandering Emperor, but man, he's in a horrible situation. Even though he started really nice, I think, like, first he was the first player to play, and second, like, he had 1-drop, 2-drop, up with the copy. So it was as close to his gut draw as possible, and we still overpower him. I think he's raging right now. Maybe he's thinking so long, but yeah. That doesn't seem to be a great situation for him. So he's roping. We actually got an Op Nixilis player to rage quit. I think that's something to be proud of. So enemy seems to be roping forever, and I will just cut it right now. Welcome to the roping world of Op Nixilis players. So, basically, I still won't play anything, because here it might be a bait. We cannot get baited, right? Let's attack. So let's go everything on the flyer with the ward. And we are back into the roping business, so I will cut again. Can you imagine deck so strong it made Op Nixlis user rage quit after 4 turns? Man, if that's not a proof of a good deck, I don't know what is the proof of the good deck. And we are still at 100% win rate. Can you feel how already wrong it looks? Yes, we are taking this. So we don't have a 1-drop, but other than this our draw is pretty amazing. This one should be black. So actually lack of 1-drop isn't such a huge deal, because this should be tapped. And we can start with it. So we have white to play the stuff. We actually only need 2 white mana for our full hand. We have full Deception set, we have Ashiok, we have Obscura Sleeves, we have paid Gargoyle Pet, so enemy knows that we are a huge whale and we probably don't play brain dead decks. And we disappointed him. Okay. So let's start like this and play our stuff. If it doesn't die, 3 damage a turn seems pretty good, especially with Brutal Cathar and Obscura Interceptor. Like, man, if we carve out like perfectly, this draw will be insanely good. Okay, white. You really need to be careful with this deck about the mana. So far, we have pretty much perfect draw. And that's exactly what I like. So the next turn, it could be Valkyrie, which sucks a bit, but then we play Emperor, right? And we just win anyway. They have to block, and if they don't block, it's even better, because we can bounce whatever they play. See? They always have it, but given that we have the most degenerate deck around, we don't care. Especially the fact that we attack only with this one is really big there. Nice. What more? We go into night mode. Man, it feels so wrong. This deck is disgusting. That's actually pretty smart. That's actually quite smart. So what do we do? Oh, look at this stuff. You will love it. You will freaking love this. Oh man, this is obnoxious. We are going out of the cave. No, this is fine. You will love this play. Look at this stuff. He won't notice. He won't freaking notice. Oh, that's amazing. You have an angel. Let's see what happens next turn. Oh, look! It seems bad things happened to you. Isn't this disgusting? What more? We can go into the night mode once again and play the Emperor. This is so freaking wrong. Smirk. And the fact that you can use Brutal Cathar so efficiently, like in normal deck you cannot play at instant speed so well. He's too afraid. He's freaking afraid. Do we play the Cathar? The answer is always yes. Because we cannot double spell, so it's possible the second Cathar wouldn't be used, really. Oh, so enemy is going like full I hope I hit something mode. Which is pretty awesome, if you hit. Okay, so we actually have a game now. What do we do? Like, we can go for first strike, but that's not exactly enough. We can also go for the cave. Cave seems really good. This can get lifelink, which really sucks. We can attack like Elspeth 2 times, And then they need to give it up. Then we kill her so he cannot get lifelink. Oh man, that's actually hard. And we aren't... like, maybe we won't be able to double spell next turn. Okay, that's like the first big decision. I really want to go into the night mode. And with Raffine Tower we should hit something. If we attack with both, what happens? I honestly think that's a good usage of our creatures. I think we can even win the value game like this. It doesn't matter because it has shield counter. So we kill Elspeth. The point is that he cannot get lifelink.
Try not to give up hope.
Yeah. We didn't have enough mana to play both. And now we can... if enemy double spells, he's in huge trouble. Okay, that's interesting. But you can exile, so all we need to do is hit another play. Hopefully cheap one. And just get rid of them, and that's it. Okay, enemy is tapped out. So let's see what we get. Oh yes. Oh yes, can you feel the evil energy all around us? Yes, you can. So, definitely the white mana. We need quite a lot of it. Have you called for an emperor? Maybe?
Run away.
And what we are doing? Let's double spell maybe. And I guess make samurai, right? So next turn is even better. Counter. Counter goes here. So we get more HP. We don't attack. This freaking deck is it's abomination. The fact that Esper participated in this whole nightmare is just... man, inside I feel dead after this game. Like, can you even imagine? And we can go night mode again, right? Because that's the thing. Oh man. Anyway. We probably should go for the counter. Problem is that he can target the Brutal Cathars. So I think we could go like... yeah, we should probably attack, so he blocks something, then we use Eiganjo as a surprise factor. I don't think he expects it. Nobody expects the Spanish Eiganjo. Okay, what we are exactly doing? We can put two counters here. So this one will be easy to block. So this one definitely shouldn't die. Huh. I need to think about this one. We need to bait the angel. So if we attack with this guy, he will do what? Block with everything. Okay, so I think what we should do is do it like this.
Show them how
We don't have mana for the dragon, unfortunately. And then we attack. I hope he gets the bait. Like with the first... yes! He got the freaking bait. Oh man, perfect. I heard you wanted to have angels, but... my friend, I don't see any angels on your side. Where are they? What happened? And we go into the night mode, so he cannot cast two angels because we exile two angels. Oh man. Oh man, this is freaking disgusting. Okay, we didn't hit the land, the spell, so that's good for the enemy. Okay, This isn't great, but we can put the counter, right? So I guess we just do it like this. We can also attack with this guy. Shield is bad because we cannot kill the Warden, so we would have to get double counters, I guess. Double strike is not scary, unless he has Elspeth.
I have got new moves to teach
I think we should do it like this. It's possible I activated the cave for no reason. But I will still attack. And I will attack here as well. If he blocks this, this goes through. And whatever he blocks, he loses one of the counters. So either one card less, or later we can sweep easier. And he still cannot go into 2 cards a turn. Double strike. I think he has Elspeth and will give the lifelink to the Warden. Okay, that's also a thing. We just need to live through to double spell turn, and we can exile everything he has pretty much. But we keep drawing runs. Man, I need to check how many runs we have. I have a feeling that we, like, look at this stuff. We have, I think we have way too many. For some reason. Okay, anyway. We can go into the first strike, so like this guy can attack every turn. If we attack with both, then we kill the one. Yeah, so right now it's already done. If he double blocks this one, we can still win. We cannot lose any of them. And we will go full stop tryhard mode. So right now we are preparing a second attacker. So I think we go like this. No, this one no, because lifelink can heal him, which would be pretty bad for us. So right now every double block, then we kill the Warden, and this is just for damage. So he can heal, but then he loses quite a lot of value. I guess he can recast it, but you know, we can do it for a long time, and that's still 5 damage to the face, and we can grow our stuff every turn. Man, like, we need Raffine, so we can cycle everything we have in the hand and put a lot of counters. I still think we should attack. If we draw one of the spells, maybe we could wait for the second one, but at this rate, like, come on, bro. Come on. Retribution is only problem. 1. Good. The first one is done. So let's say he blocks with everything. Then we need to first strike this guy, and we get 6 damage to the face, right? Because of the shield counter, or even less because we can kill this one as well. So I think 7 is enough to not die. It means that we can get this one bigger. Probably should go with the samurai, but given I'm recording, I won't spend my time thinking. It's disgrace to think for every mono-white player. It still matters because the counters are, you know, cards in a way. And we just need to wait until we draw 2 spells. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. That's exactly what he needed. However, it might be too late if we draw right. And we did draw right. Actually, I freaked up. I should attack first. So let's pretend that we only have 1 spell and we are a bad player. So, like, probably it should be Aspirant. That was my bad. No. We have 2 counters. Good. I'm not thinking as much as I should, but we will get there. So if I attack with both, what happens? We don't attack with small creatures, so he cannot get lifelink for free, and he cannot really block anything with this. So he's forced to block both. Yeah. Actually, I think he can block and kill one of them. And he's bad player, and I'm even the worst player because I allowed it. Oh man, that's funny. Okay, let's go into the day mode and get rid of the freaking thing. He will get the angels, so that's unfortunate. But we finally get rid of this guy, and right now there's no angels that can destroy our creatures, which is pretty important. And we still have the 7/7s. Oh man, that still was pretty even game, to be honest. Like, jokes aside, he really did well to stay in the game, but I think we are closing the game more and more. Like, we are just gaining so much stats every turn. Probably we buff Thalia. I wouldn't be surprised if we just attack with everything, right? Even without the first strike. No, he can kill Brutal Cathars without the first strike. So we need, what, 7, 8? So one needs to have the first strike. And the second one needs to be buffed.
Remember your training.
And still no Raffine in sight. Interesting game. So 9, 7, 8. Because if he blocks with everything, he gets so many creatures that it's still worth for him. Double strike will hurt a bit, but it won't be the worst. So 2 attacks. Like, he's nearly forced to block. What are the blocks? This guy and this guy. And this one is free. I think at this time we can do it like this. Because he's pretty much forced to block. Ooh. That might be some trouble. Okay, we sneak through damage. Shield helps him quite a bit. But we are again at the night time, and we save the spell so we can flip again. We are at 39. I just want to stress it. I don't know even how. Like, we had this lifelinker and this, and that's it. So I guess that... What? What? And he gets a 3 mana drop with his 6 mana sorcery. What's going on? And there's the battlefield. If you cast it, return up to 2 target creature cards with... And he didn't have them. Wow, that turned out to be like really insane game. Enemy played it quite well, but what can you do against Brutal Cathars? If you cannot kill them, you are just frocked.